everybody. This is David Shah, your CELPIP trainer, and today I'm going to talk about speaking task 8 of CELPIP examination. So this is going to be the final task of the speaking module. So let's have a look at what exactly this is all about. All right. So guys, speaking task 8 is basically describing an unusual situation. Now, in this task, you will be coming across a picture and you will be given 30 seconds as a preparation time and 60 seconds as a recording time. So, in this task, you will actually come across a picture along with the situation. As you can see, the situation is written in 4 lines, which says that you are in a car showroom and you see a vintage car you would like to buy, but the showroom manager will not allow you to take a photograph. Phone a member of your family, provide a clear and full description of the car and ask if you can buy the car. So, when the preparation time begins, you need to observe the details which are mentioned and the photograph. And combining everything and including all the points, you need to frame a response which you should deliver. That should be very accurate. Okay. Now, as you can see that there is a car. Okay, it's an old car, and now you are assuming as if you are in a car showroom and you are looking at this car. So you need to consider certain key points which are important to be included in your answer for this particular task. Now, one of the keyword is obviously the car showroom, vintage car, showroom manager, photograph. You also need to remember that you are calling somebody from your own family. So it could be anyone, your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, your spouse, anyone. So he or she, whomsoever you are speaking to, it's a one-ended conversation, okay? So you need to name that person, okay? So the name of that person is also important. And while you are describing the car that you can see, you need to take care that what all you describe, it should match the description of the photograph clearly. Nothing should be mismatched. Okay? So let's have a look at certain tips that will actually help you to have such kind of response. Now, one of the very common question we come across whenever students prepare for this particular task, and if they come across task 3, there is one dissimilarity, okay? That is, here in this particular task, you're talking to somebody, and in task 3, you're not talking to someone, okay? You're just describing what you are seeing. So that is one of the important difference, okay? And again, the second dissimilarity is that in this particular task, it is very important that you express the situation in which you are. So you need to take care of these two things very much, okay, while you answer this particular task. And yes, of course, the reason, behind giving you such a task is because the assessor, the examiner wants to assess how much are you confident with the words that you utilize in such situations, okay? Because many a times people find this type of task a little difficult, because here they need to assume as well as they also need to tally that whatever they are describing is the information relevant or not. And for that purpose, I would suggest that try to use accurate vocabulary, okay? It is very important to use the right words at the right point of time. Now, I have myself created a sample answer for this particular task, which I'm going to explain. And before that, I would like to have a look at certain keywords that can be of your help for this particular task. See, these are certain terminologies, okay? As I already mentioned, certain before as well, vintage car. As we can see that the photograph was of a two-seater car, so I have included two-seater. Of course, the front of the car is made up of metal and it has certain headlights. The shape of the car, that is the trunk, okay, looks like a rocket like, and the shape is also pointed like a missile. So I have tried to use such words, okay. Of course, the tires are having some spokes, and there is also a spare tire in front along with the other four. So that's considered to be a stepney. And I've also described the steering of the car. So let's have a look what exactly the response could be. But please, before you watch the further video where I have actually disclosed the sample answer of this particular task, I would suggest you guys to please pause the video. Try to create your own answer. Try to see by taking a little back the video, see what all do you observe in that car, in the photograph. Try to understand what the situation is and try to frame your own response. On an average, you would require somewhere around 10 to 15 sentences to speak for around about 60 seconds. So let's have a look at the sample answer, yeah? Okay. Here is my cited sample answer, okay? And let me tell you, it is a sample answer, okay? It is not the only correct answer. So don't think that if your words or your vocabulary don't exactly match, then you'll get lesser marks. It's not like that. See, I have considered as if I'm speaking to my sister. Her name is Penelope and my name is Jacob, okay? So for example, hey Penelope, it's Jacob calling this side. I'm here in the car showroom at the moment and I'm seeing a beautiful vintage car, which you may like. The showroom manager will not allow me to take a photograph of it and share it to you, so I'll just try to elaborate it to you. It's a look-alike of a two-seater classic Rolls-Royce. The front of the car is made up of metal with two headlights and side lights, whereas the back is in the shape of a rocket-like structure made up of wood. The tail is sharp enough, pointed like a missile. It has four spoke wheels along with a stepney stuck on the upper side of the left wheel. The steering is very sleek and is made up of a fine leather. It also has a glass shield in front of the driver's side to avoid any dirt being stuck while driving in a bad weather. It's parked in front of a brown-white brick background that suits it a lot. The look of the car is really a royal one and it's beautifully polished as well. Nevertheless, I remember how much you love how much you have love for the vintage cars. So I thought I would call and ask if you would want me to buy it for you. This is covering up all the points of the car, the situation, and of course, as you can see that I tried to create a situation, okay, as if I'm stuck at some place where I'm not supposed to click a photograph, but I still want to describe the same to my sister, and I'm calling her up and I'm trying to explain what all I can see. So I described almost everything about the car, and I also gave a closing statement, considering as of my sister loves such vintage cars a lot, and that's why I want to ask if she would want me to buy it for her. So it's an imaginary situation, but I'm considering that all what I have described is based on the image. So this is how you should give it a try to describe such an unusual situation, okay? Because of course we don't come across such situations on regular basis, right? And yeah, this will be all about task 8. So in case you have any queries, please feel free to contact us. And that's our website name. It's www.aspirespread.com. Our contact number is 8866880707. Myself, Jamin Shah, signing off for now, guys. Please do stay tuned and all the best.